Right here, out. Protect them, out. We put the work in. Let's finish. Come on, man. Let's do this. Family, I'll do 1, 2, 3.
You see, we dream chase, cause that's all we was given to start with. Then we realized the dream was obtainable. Now look at us.
What's going on, Eagles Nation and TMTP family? Welcome back to another episode here on the Main Thing Podcast presents. It's your boy, Mr. Owens, and after further review, the call stands. I'm still official with no stripes.
What's going on, Eagles family? This is your man, Big Huss, the one you trust, bringing you all your Philadelphia Eagles latest. Hey, man, welcome back to the Main Thing Podcast presents. Y'all know what it is. Hope everybody's feeling blessed, having a great weekend. But me and Mr. Owens, hey, we're here to break down this big Week 3 matchup versus Los Angeles Rams. But before we kind of get into matchups, sprinkling a little bit of history real quick. Only 4 teams since 1999 have won 4 NFC titles and 2 Super Bowls, that being the Rams and the Birds in the league group. They also lead the all-time series against the Rams 25-20, winning 9 out of the last 10, putting belt to ass. Y'all know what it is. Well, before we jump into the nitty-gritty, I got a question for y'all. Who do y'all think is going to have a bigger game? AJ Brown, top 5 receiver, arguably number 1. Davante Adams, we know what he has been in the league. Who do y'all think has more receiving yards? Let me know. And Mr. Owens wants to talk to y'all.
Posing that question for bro. That's a nice little, I love that. Well, hold on, 9 out of 10. That's if our math serves us correctly. That's 90% correct. Okay, cool. On an A+ job on them. But like Big Huss said, we need to talk to our supporters. Thank you to our loyal supporters. Y'all know it's all love. To our new supporters, welcome to the community and our family. Let's continue to do our part as a community and family. Please continue to make sure to like the videos. It does help with the visibility in the algorithm. Disrespect that comment section. Share and subscribe to the community and our content. And last but not least, don't forget to do this. Make sure to turn on them noties and keep your ears and eyes peeled to the streets like your local neighborhood watch, so you don't miss when me and Big Huss drop that pressure on y'all. All right?
Yeah, dig. Please go do that. Please go do that. So, let's get right into it. Start with the Rams offense. Deep passing attack.
Oh, the Rams, you know how Sean McVay is, Big Huss, and we know that their offense does create a lot of different schemes and pose a big threat on defenses. But the Rams offense starts the same way every year under Sean McVay, because the zone looks, the play action, and Stafford ripping down darts downfield to the big play receivers. Now, Stafford still does have that elite accuracy and threading the throws into the tight windows between linebackers and safeties. You know that Stafford in that pocket, if he has some times, he can dice your defense up. So that's one thing that we definitely have to be on the lookout for, Big Huss, when it comes to Matt Stafford.
No, for sure. Hey, even at 37, that arm is still very much live, for real. Yes, and then you talking about he's throwing to a Puka, who with Davante Adams, who, although is older, still a technician. Short-handed, you put it in the radius of Davante Adams more times than not, he comes down with it. So this offense, not paired with schemes, you have some superstar talent on the edges. It can be
threatening, especially with the addition of Davante Adams, who we'll get more into in the video. But let's be real, because AJ Brown, we gotta switch it back over to the good guys. AJ Brown, Arthur Juan, he remembers exactly what happened the last time he saw Emmanuel Forbes. AJ Brown is Emmanuel Forbes' daddy, all right. Let's be clear about that, all right. Arthur Juan K. But in their 3 meetings back in 2023, Arthur Juan K cooked Emmanuel Forbes for 8 catches, 192 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Now, look, we all know that's domination because we know that Emmanuel Forbes was previously with the Washington Commanders, and the Commanders, after that performance, had to get rid of him. But if Forbes is starting again, family, look, AJ might be in for a monster day for real, Big Huss. I'm gonna keep it being with you.
So what I'm hearing is you believe we have the bigger superstar receiver in AJ Brown.
Well, of course.
Don't even worry about Adams and Puka like that. We got him. I feel you. I understand for real. So a quick question, man. If you're flipping it kind of back to the Rams offense real quick, if you're Fangio, how would you go about it? I'm asking Mr. Owens or talking to the fans as well. How would y'all go about guarding Puka and Davante? Are y'all doubling them? Y'all shading safeties? Y'all switching up cover, throwing exotic coverages at it? Like, what would you all do? You know what I'm saying? Because although I gotta agree with my own, AJ Brown, 1 of 1. Okay, he's that guy for real. Yeah, I mean, you got to give respect to these other 2 receivers though. Outside of our own Smitty and Puka Nacua and Davante Adams. So just a little quick question to y'all drop it in the comments. You know what I'm saying?
See,
let me know what y'all think.
Because that's another great question that you posed. I put on my defensive coordinator hat and be Vic Fangio. What I will do is I will probably double Davante and leave Puka single. Because we have Quinion. I have faith in Quinion to line up mano a mano with Puka and go 1-on-1 versus our CB2 going 1-on-1 with Davante Adams. Davante, even though older, as you said, he can still get busy and route some people up. You see what I'm saying? If it's somebody across from him that doesn't match his, you see what I'm saying, his energy.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
For real.
Definitely. Nah, that's. I wouldn't be surprised if that what they do because you got to try to at least eliminate. Yeah, it's going to be hard to eliminate both, but you got to at least try to eliminate one to kind of give yourself a chance, and then do what you got to do on the backside. So I wouldn't be mad if they did that at all. Now, kind of switching gears, talking about their run game a little bit. Now, the Rams' run game, it isn't what it used to be. This isn't the Todd Gurley area where they were just running through folks. Right on Marshall. Where it was crazy for real. But they have Kyron Williams, who, although might not be that top tier back, is still a decent back. He's been steady. They've involved Blake Corum out of Michigan. He's had a certain burst in the offense. Now, McVay knows that he doesn't have an elite backfield, so he uses motions, get the receivers involved, kind of get you on your heels, get you to hesitate a little bit. Throws a lot of eye candy your way. I expect to see a lot of that in this game, especially Sean McVay knowing that the Eagles defense is aggressive. Yeah, I mean, we have dogs. You kind of got to slow us down in some way. But that's why I think that is big for Jordan Davis, JC. I was about to say Milton Williams. That Milton was Moro Jomo. To really anchor the inside and, really hold it down there, hold their ground, let these linebackers stay disciplined, run lanes, and really, like I said, not get full with the eye candy. McVay is good for throwing eye candy. That's what he does. So if our D-line can feast and really shut down the run, somewhat making one-dimensional, it'll boast better for the Eagles.
Yeah, and that's something that they really emphasize in their all of that eye candy is that motion game. Of course, something that I noticed because when playing the Rams and just watching them overall is when Puka motions across the formation, I'm not going to say 10 out of 10 times. I will say 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 times. Whatever direction that Puka motions across the formation, they go to that side. That's something that I noticed a lot when we played them. When he motioned across, he was some of the lead blockers. He was the lead blocker on some of the runs. And then also what he does is, too, he slips out into flats. They get all them eye candy and every the eye discipline off, and the defense unbalanced, and then slip Puka out the backside on the flat. So that's something that we definitely have to monitor. But as you said, because if Jordan Davis and JC can both anchor down the middle, and it was mentioned as well, Moro Domo can anchor down the middle, that will just allow Bond and Jihad to play free and fast, get downhill and attack the football. Once we eliminate that run game, as you mentioned, make them one-dimensional, we just pin our ears back now, because we know we get a lead. You see what I'm saying? They're playing from behind. We know what they have to do. They have to pass the football, but that's key to make them one-dimensional. Now, with the passing game and the run game, of course, comes red zone. Now, in the red zone, Matt Stafford and Sean McVay both love bootlegs. They have a heavy emphasis on bootlegs, misdirection. Now, they'll fit the run, and Stafford will legitimately roll out of the pocket and stress that edge. Even though he's not the fastest quarterback, he'll still put stress on your edge to make sure that your edge rusher is disciplined and keeping contained. He's dangerous rolling out either way, but for now, they can also just throw it up to Davante Adams if they see him down there, and then also if they see Puka coming on deep crossers and things like that, they'll get that heavily involved. But what makes the Rams different and their offense scarier this year and the past years is, of course, they have Davante Adams. That was a major pickup for them this offseason, grabbing him from the Las Vegas Raiders. We all know he had so many years in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, but again, me and Big Huss already said, just because he's old, he's older. Not going to say old, older. Davante Adams still can do some things, so we definitely have to be on the lookout for that, Big Huss.
No, definitely. And I don't know how much, as you mentioned, roll out some things, how much they'll roll them out. We were speaking a little pre-shoot. Matthew Stafford coming back off a back injury, kind of missed a lot of training camp. I know he's played the first couple weeks, but I know they're still probably monitoring them. The last thing they want is Jalen Carter, somebody landing or body slamming Matthew Stafford. They're like, our season's done kind of deal. You know what I mean? But that's really how you have to affect Stafford. If you let Stafford sit back there and just rip it from the pocket, Stafford's going to light you up.
Yeah.
The arm is still very much a talent. Do not be confused. At 37, he is still getting it done. You know, I don't know. It's just he's good genetics, right? But if you want to throw him off, you have to pressure Stafford. Force him to throw the ball away. Force him to take sacks. In the midst of him throwing the ball away, hopefully you get a turnover, a pick, or something, a fumble, anything for real, but you have to pressure him. Letting Stafford just sitting back there with a clean pocket is going to be a no-no as far as keys to victory. We've already seen Fangio bringing more pressure this year via the blitz and things of that nature. I'm sure we will be blitzing Stafford, but if we're blitzing him, we got to get home, because you don't want to leave your back end in coverage too long while he's sitting back there doing whatever he's doing type deal. But pressuring him is a must. You have to pressure Stafford in this game.
Yeah. You have to pressure Stafford, get him off his spot, as you mentioned. Make him uncomfortable, make him feel the pressure, make him feel rattled. We know that they're missing one of their starting left guards in Avila. So that's going to be big for Jalen Carter, Merle Jones, Jordan Davis, whoever lines up across from him. But again, get him off his spot. And then we have to remember to collapse that pocket, because collapse that pocket and keep contained on the edges. He's not a running quarterback, but even still, it was some runs when we played them in Los Angeles where he moved up inside the pocket and found a lane and got some yardage. But that's not his game, as we all know, but that's still something that he can do. Well, we don't know, of course, with his back. I don't know if you want to take that risk, because, but who knows?
It is a risk. It's a risk.
Now, look, Big Huss, the Rams defense, we know their front four is very, very good. They have some players over there, Jared Versus and the Braden Fiske, who might be questionable. Yeah, he might not play. And then the Byron Young,
with the
oblique injury. Yep. And then they have Byron Young, who's it's funny because I saw a story because where Byron Young, you know, he has the same name as Byron Young over here with us with the Eagles, and then both of their brothers have the same name or something. So what they're supposed to do is, yeah, something crazy, something nutty for real. So what they're supposed to do, because is meet after the game and exchange jerseys. I thought that was dope for real.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. That's sweet. I did. So Byron Young and Byron Young have the same
Brothers
name. Then their
have the
brothers
same
have the
name.
same name as well.
What are the odds?
That yeah, like that is crazy work. That is crazy work. Oh my god. But no, yeah, but like you said, the Rams defense, led by the front four, front seven, however you want to put it. The back end is where they're suspect. You already touched on Emmanuel Forbes and how AJ Brown is his daddy. They'll be without Ahkello Witherspoon, so I believe the other corner will be Darius Williams. So you're already dealing with a couple backups against our starting elite unit. The Rams pass coverage can be a key to victory for us, especially talking about the safeties, the linebackers. They like to play aggressive. Overall, this is aggressive defense, but if we can get the run going, you can get those safeties and linebackers biting up on a run, you already know what's coming behind that, a play action. That's where your boy Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert and these guys can feast on those deep posts, crossers, fly routes, whatever it may be. Hey, but you have to take advantage of your opportunities. Who do you think's gonna have a bigger day in the passing game? Like I said, because honestly, I feel like the receivers and tight ends should eat. So between AJ Brown, Smitty, who we all love, Dallas Goedert, who do you think comes up with the most receiving yards? I think they'll all have a good day, but somebody has to shine more than the other. Right? Who do y'all got?
Great question.
Hey, great question. Hey, because the smart answer would be, or the obvious answer would be AJ Brown. But when you think that
it's Goddard too, exactly, and Goddard's coming back from injury, and Goddard is QB1 safety. Like, even though we do have Arthur K on the outside, we have Slim Reap on the outside. We know they'll get busy. You know what they can do in the middle of the field when you need a play, when you need to change the move. Goddard might not take it 50 yards after a catch. He doesn't have that type of speed. We all know that. But when you need a big play, Goddard will move those chains. So, and it is. I don't know. I ain't gonna answer that. So now we're gonna move on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. So, of course, we have to talk about the Rams' run defense. Now, the Rams' run defense does have some cracks in their armor. Again, as Big Hus mentioned, their safeties are slow coming downhill, and specifically, linebacker Omar Speight struggles to diagnose plays. Ooh. That's not good, especially against the type of offense we had. That's where the Eagles' run game has to feast, as Big Hus mentioned. Family, look, this is where we bring that. Look, we got AJ Dillon and Tank Bigsby, and not only to mention Tank Bigsby and AJ Dillon, we got say 2K in the backfield as well, and they're built for these type of games. We already know what say 2K has done in the past against these Los Angeles Rams. But we're going to keep it simple for y'all. Look, run straight at Speight. Call a spade, run at Speight. All right? Look, let Cam, big boy Cam Jurgens, beef jerky Cam, climb to that second level and make those safeties have to come downhill and tackle. Now, look, the ground and pound, establishing a run game, establishing a dominance, that is a winning brand of football that we need to do on Sunday.
No, absolutely. And that's what you have when you're playing aggressive defenses that like to get downhill. You don't want to run away from them. That bodes well for them. You want to run directly at them, hit them right in the mouth, and kind of make them give up in a sense. Slow them down, like, man, they going hard. Keep hitting them and after the mouth. How long you want to do it? You know, most fold. But let's talk about their run defense. Now, their pass run strength. This D line, let's not get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. This is a dog D line. You have some players up there. Okay, they can get after the quarterback. Byron Young, the other Byron Young. Yeah, you feel me? He's been a problem. You got Jared Verse, second-year player out of Florida State. He's been a problem.
Rookie from Michigan.
He's rookie from Michigan.
Yeah.
He's been a problem. You mentioned Braden Fiske. He's been a problem. You got Turner. You know, they have players along that defensive front. So when dropping back for us, I want to see some quick game. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't want to see QB1 sitting back there patting the ball, because you can say everything you want about how we got them out of the last two games. Their D-line was low-key feasting in that game. They were getting after Jalen Hurts, especially in that snow game. They were getting after him a bit. So let's get some quick game. You know what I'm saying? Make them turn and run a little bit. A lot of times folks don't realize that with quick game, you're getting the ball out fast, not allowing the deep line to create pressure. But when you do that, them boys got to turn and run. Them Hawkmongers got to get on their horse and get after the ball. That tires them out. Yeah, they're using a lot of energy. That tires them out. That works well for an offense. It'll slow down that D-line. Let's make them boys run a little bit. As we mentioned, Braden Fiske, he may be questionable with an oblique. Hopefully he does not play, but I do wish him a speedy recovery. Ahkello Smith is out. That's the cornerback who we mentioned. So depth will be in place. Let's take advantage of some of these depth players. And look, so far this season, the Rams have not faced a mobile quarterback, not one like our QB1 and Jalen Hurts. So just like in that snow game, I want to see QB1 using them legs. Once again, let's make them D linemen run.
QB1's legs has to be involved, as you mentioned. In that snow game, he took it the distance early in the game, and then unfortunately, one thing that we do have on our side this year because is he's healthy. You remember to finish the end of that game, he was kind of had a bum knee and was limping and things like that, and had to tough it out. That's what a franchise winning Super Bowl MVP quarterback does. But he toughed it out. But that's what we have on our side this year is his health. So as you mentioned, his legs, the run game should be a heavy emphasis as well. But look, they haven't faced no mobile quarterback. Like you said, like QB1 faced CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud is not that mobile. And then it just played Cam Ward and the Titans last week. So as you mentioned, that is a very good point that you point out. Because now let's get into some key matchups. Get your popcorn ready. Oral Verdenbacher, whatever, however you want to pop. Look, we got our very own Jordan Mailata versus Jared Verse. This is going to be a heavyweight trench battle for the ages. We're going to keep an eye on that one because that's going to be something to watch all game as well, because we got Quinyon and Adoree, and then the aforementioned Davante Adams and Puka Nacua. That's going to be some must-see. We know what Quinyon is going to bring. We're just hoping that Adoree Jackson is able to hold his own on his half, but that is something that we got to keep an eye on, because Jordan Davis, look, ladies and gentlemen, the Peloton is working, because look, man, Jordan Davis has come in. We're not saying in the years past he has had this type of mindset, but we know Jordan Davis continues to get better every single year. He's taking step after step after step, but he is leading all defensive tackles in pass defense. He gets those big mitts up in the quarterback passing lane. He disrupts the passer's view, the quarterback's view to the receivers. But Jordan Davis has been a force in that middle. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, I don't know what the rest of the NFL is doing. I don't know what their scouting department was doing. I don't know what their GMs were doing, because how did you let rookie linebacker Jahad Campbell slide to the Philadelphia Eagles at pick number 31? Now, with me saying that, it's for good reason, because Jahad is PFF's highest graded defender. And like we said, he's already making noise. He's only in his third week here. know, since the regular season started, the third week with Philadelphia Eagles. We're excited for his future because
the future is definitely bright for that young man. I just can't wait to see it for real. Sky's the limit. He's on his way. He's on his way. So let's talk some quick little history, nothing too crazy, you know, some keys for the Eagles before we round it out. So some history real quick. 122 players have played between both the Eagles and Rams. That's ridiculous. So we just throwing players back and forth. That's nothing for real. Yeah. You feel me? Like, wow. But you have legends like Ron Jaworski. We love him. DeSean Jackson. We all know D-Jack. Let's go, baby. Nick Foles. Come on now. Yes. Brought us our first ring. And players like Chris Long, who has come to be a fan favorite here in Philadelphia. And let's not forget, in the most recent history, in 2024, Saquon went bonkers on them boys, okay? Talking about 460 yards in 2 games, 52 carries. That's including 205 in the playoff game. Man, the snow game, my man going crazy on that job, bro. I'm like, oh, he's a nut. He's a wild man out here, I swear. Oh, yeah. So man, that trend's gonna continue tomorrow too, dog, man. But no, some like I said, some matchups, some things that the Birds need to take away. Defensively, man, Fangio's group has to stay disciplined against the motion, as we mentioned. Collapse the pocket on Stafford. Do not bite on play action. Do not fall for the eye candy. Do your 111. Do your job, basically. Offensively, attack the little man on the field, Forbes, right? With Swole Batman. I expect Swole Batman to get after that young man. For real. Run, dog. As you mentioned, run right at Omar Spates. Let AJ Dillon, Tank Bigsby, Saquon Barkley pound the rock. Let that old line feast. Now, let's not forget to sprinkle in some QB runs just to kind of keep them honest. Okay. Yes. Trench play, though. This is where this game is going to be won, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to lie. Our O-line versus their D-line, our D-line versus their O-line, we have to win on both sides of the ball. If we can keep Hurts clean and let him do what he has to do, keys to victory. If you come up there, we're consistently putting Matthew Stafford on his back, and even when you have to get the sacks, you just want him to feel you a little bit, feel your presence. If we can make him uncomfortable, that will bode well for our defense. Let's just make sure that we're locking in everybody, all 3 phases: offense, defense, special team. We need an A1 game. This could be a preview game to an NFC championship game, right? And I want us to keep living rent-free in the Rams' head the way we're living in the Chiefs' head. Okay? I need that to continue.
Definitely need that to continue, bro. And then on top of that, because you make a great point, not only can this be a potential preview of the NFC Championship game, but also this can have implications. Even though yes, it's week 3, it can have implications for seeding in the NFC down the road. True. You don't know. We could be battling for the 1 seed. We don't know how it's going to play out. So let's control what we can control. Take care of business in the confines of the link. Embrace the city. Embrace the energy. You know that our Birds. Big Huss, Nick Sirianni headed the troops. QB1, the whole, everybody. The defense, everybody.
For real.
They're going to come ready to play. We know that, Big Huss, but we know that this game is all about the history, the discipline, and the trenches, as Big Huss mentioned. The Eagles have owned this match, but again, to reiterate, we won it. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5, 9 out of 10 times. The line, 9 out of 10 meetings. Wow. Against these Rams, and we control that line, and we control this stretch play. It's going to be another dub, because and I know my gut, and more than likely in your gut, this is going to be a tough physical game, because it is.
It is. It definitely is. It definitely is. That's why we got to come in there. I mean, be on our P's and Q's, man. Handle our business. Hey,
the main thing.
The main thing. Straight up. before we round up out of here, man, let's get some score predictions.
Ooh.
Let's get some score predictions. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think this is gonna be a blowout. I would love for it to be a blowout, but I'm not sure if it really is. So I got us going 28-17 for real. Decent year, but I got them putting up 17 on us. I think there'll be a few cracks in the defense that need to get kind of wrinkled out. But I think our offense will be able to put up at least
so that's an 11-point victory.
Yeah, 28-17.
Okay. Okay, I like that. All right. So you got 28-17. As you mentioned, I don't think it's gonna be a blowout either. You know how crazy and spicy we've been talking on this channel. You know how much we wild for our birds, big house. We be out here for real. But that's a quality opponent. We're not going to diminish anything that they got going on over there. But you got a 10-point game. I mean, you have an 11-point game. I kind of told on myself. I have a 10-point win. I think that we're going to get over 30. And we're going to get 34.
Okay.
And then I believe that the Rams are going to have 24. So I see a 34-24 victory. I see the defense giving up 3 touchdowns, field goal. I can see something like that. You see what I'm saying? But yes, I got a 34-24. Book it.
I like that though. Hey,
exactly.
As long as we get that dub,
James,
you feel me? So family, man, community, man, y'all let us know, man. What are y'all score predictions? What y'all think the score gonna be in this game? Y'all better have us coming out with that dub though, or we gonna have a problem. But nah, man. Let us know. Lock in with us. Give us your thoughts. Drop them in the comments section. See what's what.
That'd be all dubs in that comment section, and there better be the birds taking home that dub tomorrow for sure.
Yes, sir.
But you already know we gotta show our family and our supporters some love. To our loyal supporters, thank you for the continued support. It never goes unnoticed, and all this happens because of you. To our new supporters, welcome to the community and our family. Look, let's continue to do our job. Let's be responsible, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all ages. Please continue to make sure to like the videos. It helps with the visibility in the algorithm. Disrespect that comment section. Share and subscribe to the community and our content. Last but not least, don't forget to do this. Make sure to turn on the notification bell, also known as that Liberty Bell looking thingy, so you don't miss when Swoop comes out with the Eagles news and updates.
Hey, make sure y'all continue to lock in with us. You heard Mr. On. We love and appreciate you all. The game tomorrow will be at 1 o'clock on Fox. Make sure you tuned in. Your birds want your support. You know what I mean? We're building one of the strongest Eagles communities out here right now, and together, you know what I mean? It's all love, man. So if you don't know, go by Big Husk.
And I go by Mr. Owns.
And this is the Main Thing Podcast, where we keep the main thing
the main
thing. Stay locked in, stay blessed, support your birds, and the Main Thing Podcast presents. Hey, flag was fly till we die. Till next time.
It was I was gonna make a lot of money doing what I wanted to do. I went after it, and it was a struggle to achieve it. But you know what? I caught that bitch. Dream chasing.